Okay, we're at 1011 Periwinkle Court, and I just wanted to go over some stuff here on video since you weren't able to be here. I thought that maybe we would bring this to you. I'm just going to give you a quick walk around of the things that we have in the report so that you can know, and just kind of a brief description of the house as we see it. Alright, the roof is original. It's architectural fiberglass asphalt shingles. The ventilation system is a ridge soffit system. Issues that I have here at the front of the house are pretty minor, but there's some roof deflection on the front porch roof, a couple of loose shingles along the flashing up here, and that shutter to the right is water damaged, and there's a piece of siding underneath that window to the left that is got some minor damage as well. Now, the first thing we did is kind of just do a lap around the property to give you a heads up on where things are. You have a water meter here right at the front to the right of the stairs. It's buried underneath those leaves. Okay, and as we walk around you can see the vegetation. The first thing we're going to recommend doing is to trim some of this or remove some of this so that you have access, visual access to the foundation, but also to keep the vegetation from making contact with the materials, because what happens is as those materials get wet, certain trim areas are showing signs of moisture damage, and part of the problem is the contact that we have with the vegetation. And also, this is not an uncommon thing, particularly in Central Florida, because we do have a wet environment, but areas that just to pay attention to, see the trim here, see how soft that is. Okay, that's moisture damage. And then if we pan over here along the bottom of the trim for the living room window, right in that corner over there, to get a closer idea, you can see how soft this is here. Look at that, that is damaged right there. So these are things that we're used to seeing, but maybe you're not used to seeing, I'm not sure. So we want to make sure you're aware of them. Also, here at the bottom of the door, this is the side exterior door, you've got typical moisture damage here at the bottom of the door. That's easily repaired. The condition, though, that causes that is also easily handled as well. What you can do is you'll notice there are no gutters on the building. Alright, so part of the problem is the water is falling off of the roof, landing here on the landing area and getting all that wet. So that's part of the problem there. Looking around in the back, I'm just going to give you a view of the pool. Please forgive me, I'm actually fighting a cold, so if I sneeze on you, I apologize. Okay, pool was in really good condition here, well maintained. No real comments other than that with the pool. Alright, you'll see notes from minor settlement cracking, like this settlement crack right here. These are just things where you would seal those to stop water from getting in. Here's another shot of the roof. Now, in the report you're going to see a roof leak that we mentioned, and I believe that that's right there at that corner. Second story wall, first level garage roof. In the attic there's a water stain there. It's dry right now, but part of the problem is, again, there's no gutters, and that's a joint right there where the flashing meets, where the flashing is installed at the roof and wall, and that is a common location where you can find water coming in, especially if the water's not being controlled. Okay, looking around you can see the pool equipment. This is in good condition. Okay, you see the pressure on the filter. Okay, showing me that that's working. There's no leaking there. And then as we look in here, you can see that panel's in good condition as well. We checked the pool light, we checked the GFI, the timers look to be in good condition. Instructions are right there on the panel in case you need to figure some things out. It's always good to get a pool guy out here to look at this stuff for you and with you so that you can learn how to operate this stuff yourself. Alright, and sometimes that takes a lesson or two. It's not a bad idea to get somebody out here to show you. Okay, settlement cracks on the driveway area here, that's pretty typical stuff. You'd want to seal that up. Satellite dish on the roof, you'd want to seal those penetrations up. More vegetation along the side of the house here. Now, this is your condenser unit. The condenser and air handling units were replaced in 2007. We pulled public records and we found a permit on that. And here you can see the labels ripped, but you can see the date on there, 5807. It failed the county inspection, and I'm not sure why. The only thing that I was able to find as a question mark with this particular unit is it's 5-ton, and 5-ton units are typically installed in homes that are like 2,700 square feet to 3,000. This house is only 2,000 square feet and a little bit of change. So not sure why they went with a 5-ton. You'd have to check with the contractor that installed it. But typically the most common problem with an oversized unit is it might take too quick to cool the house and not necessarily pull humidity out. Okay, this is your main service disconnect for your electrical panel. Let's get that door open for you. Okay, that main breaker there is where you shut the power off to the house. This is on the south side of the building on the garage wall. Okay, we looked in the panel, the wires look good. I didn't really have any problems there. This is the sprinkler system. Now this I tried to operate and it did not come on. There may be a problem with low voltage wiring communication. There might be a reason why it's not activating. It could have something to do with the reclaimed water. It could be something simple, but you would want to have the sellers demonstrate it works for you, or have a contractor look at it to see what exactly is going on there, because for us it was not coming on. Typical cracks or minor cracks along the foundation is something that we're used to seeing. Most important thing with these things is they don't appear to be structural at this time. They appear to be superficial. You just want to repaint and maybe seal them as you need to. Exterior materials look pretty good to me. Okay, you can see your dryer duct out there, or your vent. Okay, no real outstanding concerns except that trim that's deteriorating on the other side of the building. This is a wood frame structure, 2-story. The siding that you see is fiberboard siding, okay, and the trim that you see is a composite trim as well. All right, now it's going to walk into the garage, take you through over there. Okay, you can see there's a lot of stuff in the garage. We were able to navigate around the garage as best as we could. Okay, water heater was recently replaced in 2010. In my notes, you're going to see that we recommend evaluation right here. We think that this is PVC and it's not rated for hot water. Now, it's not all PVC, just a small piece, but just the same, have it looked at, and we may need to replace that. Another thing that we have is there's seemingly a leak in the hot water line here, and you can see that as you look at the stain at the floor. This again looks like it may be something minor. An infrared camera shows me that it looks like it's a slow leak inside the wall, and it's manifesting at the wood because the wood is obviously acting like a sponge. So whatever little bit of water is dripping, I seriously doubt the homeowner even knows what's going on here. Okay. Also took a look at your electrical panel in the garage. I have a couple of items in here, but nothing major. Overall, it looked pretty good. Okay, this is where you shut all the services off as needed, and you can see it looks to be in good condition. The wiring is copper, and that looked good as well. I entered the attic space in 2 locations, one here at the garage ceiling. Okay, this is the corner where I had mentioned there was a roof leak previously. That's that stain over there. And I'm just going to take you inside the house to the other areas we looked at. Area over here under the sink that we're just going to want to pay attention to. Okay, there's a leak under there at the trap and at the disposal, and the Studa vent back there is loose. So when you read those things, you'll know what we're referring to. Okay, overall the interior looked to be in good condition, and we didn't have any real major problems. Okay, I'm going to take you upstairs, and we're going to wrap this up. Okay, looking at the upstairs, you can see a little discoloration on the carpet. Nothing major. You can probably work with this if you'd like, or if you're going to change flooring, it won't matter. Air condition did fine as far as cooling goes, but I was not able to run this in heat because they have it set to where it only sets as high as 72 degrees in heat, and it's been no cooler than 75, so I wasn't able to run the heat. You may want to ask the seller if they can explain to you how to reset it, or you may want to check with the manufacturer to find out how to reset that. In here is your air handling unit. Okay, it's a 5-ton air handler. Seems to be in good condition. Okay, it's a nice efficient unit. It's 16 SEER. Okay, filter gets replaced here at the bottom. There is a UV light system. That's a above average filtration system they have here. Okay, it's a Lennox. Lennox is a good brand, and the company that installed it seems to be Del Air. You can contact them for any questions about the installation of the system. Okay, and last but not least, we did run all the appliances, just so you know, the washer, the dryer, the disposal. The disposal leaks, but it works, so you just have to get that fixed. The range, the microwave, convection, all that seemed to be in good condition, and the refrigerator. Okay, you can get a view of that. Okay, you can see what's here. Okay, say hi to Robert, everybody.
Hi.
And washer and dryer right here on the first floor. Washing machine still in progress. That's running a full cycle. We checked the dryer. That did well too. Okay. And as we mentioned earlier, the dryer vent terminates at the exterior wall. Okay. This will be it for the video summary. Call me with any questions after you review the report, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. Thank you.